everybody. I hope you guys enjoy this video today. So we're actually going to be doing a vehicle for an insurance company. So the client or the customer actually rode through some wet asphalt, and it's actually been a while. So we went out, we did a test area on the vehicle. Couldn't get it with basic tar removal. We couldn't get it off with, what was the other one? We did iron removal, did clay bar treatment. We couldn't get it off with any of those things, so we found a new method. So that's what we're going to be doing today in this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and God bless you guys. Good morning, guys. So what we're going to be doing is, you see this here, this is actually going to be tar oil from the city. Unfortunately, this vehicle ran through, and we came by already a few weeks ago, did some test areas. None of this stuff was working or coming out. We did basic tar removal, wouldn't work. We did iron removal, didn't work. We tried light, medium, and heavy clay bar treatment on it, and it wouldn't work. So we went with our last resource. It's actually probably going to be the best. And what we'll do is we'll show you guys this method's going to work. So here it is, guys. It's going to be our goof off pro strength removal. This is for latex paint, adhesive and glue, and asphalt and tar. We went down to our local auto parts, O'Reilly, and we picked that up. You can pick it up many different places, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, things like that. So we found this one at O'Reilly, and believe it or not, it actually works really good. So what we're gonna do, so actually the city is gonna pay for this through the asphalt company who's taking responsibility for the vehicle. And they had a whole bunch of quotes. We came out before a few weeks ago, and what happened was the company was saying that our price was too high for them. I'm assuming that they just thought we were gonna come, wipe it off, and that's it. So there's actually a process to it, and it's not a crazy process. It's just the process that we feel most comfortable with. When we do this, we want to make sure that we leave good results, because that stuff's on there pretty hard. It's like it's glued on there real thick. With our process, what we do is I'm gonna have to spray our chemical, and then I'm gonna have to rub it off. And in rubbing, what that does, it's gonna cause scratching into the paint of the vehicle. It is an older vehicle, but it's still a client's vehicle. So what we have to do is, once we remove all the tar, we're gonna have to treat the whole vehicle with the polish, and we're gonna do a one-step polish. So that's why our price, that's why we charged what we did, because the process, it's not just gonna come and remove the tar. We're gonna have to go about it the proper way. We're gonna have to clay mint the whole vehicle after, and then we're gonna polish the full vehicle so that the results can not only be in sections of the vehicle, but the whole vehicle is gonna stand out once we're finished. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start. Right now I'm using one hand. I'm gonna try my best. So I'm just using a microfiber rag. I'm gonna spray our goof off on the section here. And as you see, that's the tar there. We're gonna go ahead and rub lightly as possible. And once again, like I said, we've tried other things and it wasn't working. So goof off was actually something that I was recommended by a detailing salesman. He actually recommended goof off, and I've seen people use it, and that's what we're using today, and it's actually working the best. I'm sure there's another method out there that would help. If you know, feel free to leave those in the comments below. This is the stuff, once again, that was recommended, and it was recommended, and it was told that it's safe for vehicles. I actually have seen a lot of DIY people use it before. I've just never used it before. Once again, spray it on my microfiber, and then I'm gonna just rub it. And I could have washed the car first, but I didn't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove all the tar first, and then I'll come back after and I'll wash all the cars, so I can wash all the debris of the spray off at the same time. So what I did is, you can see it's already starting to break it up. I kind of just sprayed a little bit because the lower area is actually the worst. I know there's gonna be some advice in these comments how to remove tar. Somebody might put it, they might not. I'll be the first to say it. You know, the best way to remove tar from your vehicle is not driving on fresh asphalt roads. Alrighty, so we pretty much took care of all this side so far. You know, it was actually a little bit worse than I thought on the bottom. We already got all that. And then we got all the backside. You already know those are going to be key areas to your tar, your asphalt, whatever the debris may be. It's going to be your key areas. So next we're going to work on this section here. These are a lot thicker. They're real thick. It's real stubborn. So this stuff actually comes out really quick. My first time using Goof Off on a vehicle and for something like this, but it's actually working out pretty good, so kind of like it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray on our areas, let it sit real quick, let it kind of do its work, and then I'll come back and lightly agitate with our microfiber rag. You can see here, it sounds loud, but that's just because the asphalt is so thick. Give another scrub, spray some more, give another scrub, loosen it up, and it starts to break it down. Then we'll just continue the process throughout the vehicle wherever it's needed. Alrighty, so we're all finished up with all the tar removal. We had to hit the glass as well. There was some on the glass. There's still some there, but it's pretty much taken off. I'll get that right now. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go about this vehicle like if we were gonna polish, which we are. So we're gonna pre-foam, we're gonna rinse off, we're gonna pre-foam again, we're gonna wash it, and then we're gonna foam it up again, and we're gonna hit it with the clay bar treatment before we polish the vehicle. I would love to show you guys, but I'm actually alone today, so I'll try my best to get as much clips as I can for you guys. All right, so we finished up giving it a one pass with just a basic wash. After we foamed it up, we rinsed it down. So now what we're doing is we got our foam mitt, sorry, our clay mitt, and we're going and we're claying the full vehicle before we apply our polish to the vehicle. So this car is pretty bad, hasn't been washed. There's a lot of buildup on this vehicle before we apply our polish. And the reason why we do that is because your polish is going to pull out any small imperfections in your paint. And if we don't pull out the buildup on your paint, what happens is when you're hitting it with the polishing pad in a rotation, what you're doing is you're just putting more imperfections back in the paint. You know, it could cause small scratches and marring in your paint. So that's why there's a process to polishing vehicles. It's not just you wash it and then you apply your machine. You always want to make sure that you pull out all buildup or anything that's going to cause any more scratches to the vehicle. So I'm going to continue this process and I'll check back in with you guys in a few minutes. All right, so we're all finished up. You can already see big results on the vehicle. Just gave it a good wash and iron removal, clay barred the full vehicle. Of course, removed all the tar. We're gonna dry it up, just our windows, let it air dry, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit it with the one-step polish. Hope you guys post it at the end of those results.